sure we'll just summarize it quickly in a second here, what happened yesterday. And because it went horribly, I got to stream an extra time, even though I had no plans to do it. I thought I could take the night off to do patron stuff, but now I got to do an extra stream. You know, I have to work enough to raise enough to afford stuff for my family. I got my day off coming up on Thursday. I've got commitments and necessary things I need to do. You know, grocery shopping for the week, pet supplies, and, you know, a few other things that I believe we're out of now that I need to restock in the house. In truth, you want to know the truth? We need to do another Costco run, and I can't afford it, you know? We're running out of the things that we bought at Costco over a month ago. We bought, like, paper towels and paper plates and commodities. We're running low on some. So we need to go back, but I can't afford it. You know, I just don't have the money for it. I'm waiting till a week when I have enough that I can head out there and do it again. And then on top of that, I've got Halloween coming up, and you guys voted for a video game character costume, okay? So I have a lot to think about and, like, what I want to do, but I can't order anything right now. Like, I couldn't go to the store and buy a costume or order a costume. I don't have the money for it. You know, and this sucks to have that constraint, to not have freedom, because right now I'd like to just go right on Amazon and see what they got and pick something awesome. I can't do that, you know? So that's kind of the situation I'm in right now, where because, you know, you have a bad day or a slow day that you're not expecting, out of nowhere, it throws a monkey wrench into the plans of everything, and then everything gets kind of held up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. So today I hope for a better day. You know, yesterday was a rough one. What happened yesterday? First of all, I woke up to being ridiculed on Twitter by a bunch of thousands of children, essentially, like immature people from a community that I'm not a part of anymore, that I don't want to be a part of anymore because of that kind of behavior. You know, all they want to do is jump on memes that aren't even true, memes that are factually disproven a million times, because they're scumbags. You know, they don't care about who they hurt or who they laugh at. Even though I didn't do anything. I didn't ask for it or cause it. I didn't insult anyone. I didn't cause any drama. You know, I made a factual observation based on my own life experience and how I've changed over time. And somehow that's warrant, you know, that's grounds to insult me publicly. Like, put my balls over the coals, give me a nut roasting, right? Well, it's not. It's actually fucked up. And people are like, well, why do you let it bother you? Because I don't deserve it. And, it, you know, it's one thing if I do something wrong or I do something stupid. And then you could be like, oh, you know, that's deserving. Or it's another thing if it's my detractors. Because if it's my detractors, they're always on me, you know? But here's someone who I literally don't know from, again, from a hole in the wall. I don't know who the fuck this person is. Just because I can, it's time to destroy someone on the internet today. You know, just on a whim, on a laugh. Yeah, that's disheartening to think that humanity is that low right now. That just because you can, you will just hurt someone. Just because you can get away with it. Wow, that's a really awesome feeling about mankind in general and the fighting game community as a whole. It's kind of like all that positivity that I built up over the weekend playing the Street Fighter 6 beta, finger snapped away in a heartbeat by the scumbags of that community, you know? And there's a lot of them. So that happens, and then what happens after that? Continuous negativity all day long. Overwatch 2, I play it for an hour. I'm having a good time. You guys are having a good time watching me. The momentum is there, and then the game dies. Can't play it for 2 hours. So now I got nothing to do. I do a little bit of Q&A, but, you know, people are upset. Well, I'm sorry. I wish the game worked. I wish Blizzard had their act together. They don't. This was, what, the 5th attempt of me trying to play the game? To the point where now I'm done with it. And I mean it, too. Like, I'm laying the law here. I'm absolutely not caring anymore. I'm not playing it again. Unless I'm absolutely been convinced by you guys that this thing has worked for weeks at a time with no problems, I'm not wasting another moment on that game. I like it, but it's not worth it. As someone who, again, prides himself on consistency and a schedule, and someone who runs a business, they're not professional enough for me to waste my time on them anymore. You know, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5 times, and it still doesn't work is enough for me. Okay? So, again, if it decides to work, great. But, you know, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not even putting it in my schedule. I'm done with that game. But what ended up happening was, with only 1 hour of gameplay instead of 3, people were very upset. They didn't want to see an hour of Q&A. So the stream ended up being an insanely low support stream, when it's normally a daytime stream, when I rely on that to be my very supportive stream for the day. And usually it's the night stream that's supposed to be like the slower stream, right? but it ended up being slow because of that. And then my night stream of Disney Dreamlight Valley, you know, Disney Dreamlight Valley's hit or miss. It depends on who shows up, and it depends on the day. Some days there's a lot of support, some days there's not. Some days there's a lot of people, some days there's not. It really depends. Last night was kind of an okay stream where we had a good amount of people, but the support was quite slow, and then all of a sudden it picked up near the end. Which again would have been fine if the daytime stream had been good. But the daytime stream was a flop because of Blizzard. So it kind of ended up just being a series of unfortunate events over and over. Oh, by the way, we even had problems with Disney Dreamlight Valley wouldn't boot. Twice. The game was having issues. First it wouldn't boot at all. So I had to wait like 5 minutes to actually boot it. Then we started playing it, and then it kind of crashed in the middle. I had to reboot it again. It was just out of control. It was like everything that could go wrong did go wrong yesterday, you know? So, yeah, it's disappointing, man. And I'm sorry about that. You know, I don't like being negative. I don't like having negative days like that. But it was just like thing after thing, you know, pile after pile of negativity on me, right? So the good news is, I've had a good night's rest. I'm ready to come back today full force and apply myself positively to the day and hope for the best. Hope that today is a much better day than yesterday was. I can't foresee why it wouldn't be, because we're going to be playing things that absolutely will work, and it's some fan favorite stuff, and, you know, I'm excited for a day with no risk, basically, right? So, that being said, let's talk about it. What are we doing today? Because this is now a full day of streaming. It's not a half day like it was going to be. So we're starting off today with the continuation